Hi everyone, this is Larry. Today we are going to discuss why the economy has to reopen at this moment while the COVID-19 is still spreading. While the US infection rate has climbed to 1.5 million people and the death toll has taken 90,000 people's life. We know the situation is very serious, but then the economy has to reopen because number one reason is human nature. So humans are social animals. They cannot just staying at home forever. And it has been 2 months since the lockdown in US. I think the beginning of the lockdown is in the mid-March and now it's around the mid-May. So it has been 2 months, so around 6 days. And people would craving for interacting with each other. They would want to go outside to enjoying the time to see people. Just by seeing people outside there will help them to release a lot of burdens and the mental burden mainly. Some of you may have experienced that if you stay at home for too long, before the lockdown, if you stay at home for too long, you will get crazy. You feel crazy as well, and then that's the mental part, the mental toll that it takes to staying isolated for so long. So people are not used to that, and in people's DNA there are social natures in it. People need to see each other, help each other, and then work around each other to feel more happy. And the people's natures, they crave to have choices. They crave to be free. They wanted to be able to make their own decision instead of the government tell them to stay home. So this is number one reason. It's that human nature are social. So they need to go out and interact with each other to see real human instead of just staying home. Think about that. Now we are locking human at home like animals, and for a shorter period of time, yes, you can do that, but then for a long period of time, it's very cruel. So human probably will resist. That's very normal. And the second reason is that the government wouldn't want you to stay home forever and for too long because the productivity there is lost. And then the government also have to continue to provide you with resources to feed you and your family, and that's a huge burden on the government side as well. People tend to form new habits after 66 days, so the government will worry about if their citizens form new habits by just staying home and then enjoying medias on internet instead of going out to work and to spend. I know online shopping will take off for a while, but then other brick model store need also, and also other retail stores need their source of income, and the government do not want you to form that type of habit that can potentially ruin the economy, and then the change of the consumers' habits so dramatically shortly can result in severe change in the retail world as well. That's why the government do not want people to form the habits so quickly. Now we are seeing a lot of states are reopening their economy again, and then they are testing out the new norm. So the business will be reopened, but then will not be the same. It will have the new norm, such as people has to staying away from each other at least 6 feet, and they have to keep their distance. They have to wear face mask, and they need to talk less to each other. But then just by seeing people at shops or other places or restaurants will make them feel happy and more connected. And people do like to go out because of that. And all the business has to adapt to the new changes. The business that adapting to the new changes will tend to do much more better. And the restaurant that can keep the distance between their customer, and the customer will be feeling safe of shopping and eating in the restaurant. That's the main purpose of the new norm. And then this new norm will continue to evolve until people getting used to it, and then until it get effective. And will the virus be recurrent? Yes, it's very highly likely that the virus will recur because of this would be our first reopening, first trying of reopening, and this is the risk we're taking. This is the risk that many states are taking now, but then they are experimenting this to see how the recurrent rate will goes up, and if it goes up, the policy will likely to tighten again. Once the curve is flattened again, the policy will be loosed a little bit, and then the policy will be adjusting with the curve as well. So it will be loose, tighten, loose, and tighten until people learn to keep their distance, and until there's a equilibrium of people being infected and people being cured, and it will come to a situation. It will eventually reach a condition that things will be equilibrium. There will be people continue to be infected, maybe until the vaccine comes out, but then there will be also better cures, and then the hospital will be able to handle better in terms of this disease, and then disease number will not have a exponential increase. The curve has become flattened even at a higher level of infection rate, but then if the hospital can handle it, the government probably will continue testing the reopening idea. That's my humble opinions, and then let me know what you think. And if you like this video, please click the thumb up button, and then share your comments below, and subscribe if you want to hear more about this. Thank you.